So what are the fastest Skylanders in Skylanders Trap Team? I was kinda curious myself for a while, since I speedrun this game. Over the years, a lot of glitches has been discovered to make Skylanders go fast. So after some testing and theorizing, I made a list of the top 5 of both Skylanders with and without glitches. Just to be clear, these are the fastest Skylanders in Trap Team specifically. Some installment of the games like Superchargers run on a totally different engine, thus making some Skylanders in this list slower or faster. With that out of the way, let's start with the fastest Skylanders without glitches. At number 5, it's one of my favorite Skylanders, Frino, the fire Skylander that was released in Skylanders Swap Force. His kit is normally focused on using his heated attack to make his Brawl Punch deal more damage, and making his hog appear for a fast dash. But once Frino is cooled down, and he does his dash, he goes for a leap instead, having less startup as the hog, and his speed increased. Having him on the top path will skip the long lasting ending animation of his dash, landing at the 5th spot on the list. And number 4 is Lobstar, the Water Trap Master, who is actually used for the Christmas present speedrun, because of his Christmas variant. A normally ranged Skylander with his Star Shooter attack, but what gives him a lot of speed is his Lobstar roll attack, get it? They claim it's faster when he's boiled, but it ends up being slower because he needs to stand still for a while. But the dash is still really fast, and it can be done again a little bit after another dash, landing him at 4th place. Moving on to number 3. One of the Skylanders I discovered really late that he even existed in the series. High 5, a live Skylander who came out in Trap Team. His design mainly is about rapid firing poison pellets at enemies to poison them from far away. He is already fast with zero upgrades, but after upgrading his bottom path, his buzz dash can be held to rapidly perform his dash, giving him the 3rd spot. Before I get to the 2nd and 1st place, I have honorable mentions to fast Skylanders that did not make the list. The first one is Flamestinger from Skylanders Giants, who was actually one of, if not the fastest in the game. While using his Wow Pow, holding his Flame Dash, and then pressing the fire arrow button, he can run much faster. And in Trap Team, it's just as fast as it is in Giants. But due to the pauses that he needs to take after each dash, he barely didn't make it in. The second one is yet another fire Skylander, Smolder Dash, who came out in Swap Force. After she does her Eclipse attack, she becomes Solar Charge, and having her Soul Gem, pressing the same button again, she can dash. She can dash that goes pretty far in a short duration, and it can be done pretty fast after another. But what holds her back is the Eclipse mode does not last forever, and you need to wait a long time before she's able to dash again. Moving back to the list at number 2, we have Jet from Swap Force, who was used to be used in 80% speedrun for about 5 years, but was later overtaken by another Skylander later on this list. Jet is a part of Boom Jet, but the top half does not matter. After getting the Mach 2 Soul Gem upgrade, his speed is up normal. His dash can be held infinitely till you need to jump or deal with enemies, but Jet can also activate the super speed glitch, so he's able to jump while dashing. But it does not increase the speed of itself, securing himself a 2nd place. But who would be faster than Jet? This Skylander is actually faster than using some of the speed glitches. Who is number 1? It's Rollerball, the undead Skylander from Swap Force. Using her Derby Dash and her Soul Gem to headbutt with the cursed helmet, her dash can be done fast after each other. And as you can see, she reaches insane speeds, making her the fastest Skylander with no glitches by far. Thus the reason why she is used in glitchless speedruns. Now moving on to the glitch top 5. If you're unfamiliar with glitches in this game, well, there are a lot of them. Mainly animation cancels, with jumps or switching from a Skylander to a villain, or the other way around. I will also be showing you how to perform the speed strats I'm about to explain. So at number 5, it's Trailblazer from Trap Team. Normally Trailblazer is pretty slow. He has his Stampede attack, but it's just a pretty slow dash. But once combine the start of Stampede and do his roundhouse kick right after, the forward momentum gets combined from both attacks in one short animation, making him slide around pretty fast. It's also fun to play around with him. To perform the trick, you must have the top half upgrade, and first use Stampede, and use roundhouse kick right after, but not at the same time, just like a flick like this. With this trick, Trailblazer claims the 5th spot. In the 4th spot we have a massive speed increase. The Skylander is currently used for most main speedrun categories. Blast Charge, with a glitch called Supercharge. While doing the Magneto Ball attack, Charge moves slowly, and using the Eject attack lets Charge boost for a little, but it's not that fast. Once you combine the Magneto Ball with the jump cancel after, you enter a glitch state that allows you to jump as well. To activate Supercharge depends on what top you are using. The best option is using Blast, so you can use his Flame Breath and the Charge Dash at the same time with the same button, letting Blast Charge fly through chapters. To perform the glitch, press Dash and right after cancel it with a jump. If done correctly, you can now jump while in the dash state. Now to activate it, simply press Flame Breath. The glitch can be done with all top halves, but the method to activate it is different. Just perform the start of the trick as normal, but to activate, you use Eject and jump right after. It gives you the speed, but it locks some Skylanders in one direction. Some Skylanders can escape this lock, like Gorilla with his primary attack, but some top halves, like Magna, can only jump to move, and can only freely move when hit by an enemy or when dialogue gets triggered. Before we go to the top 3, I have another 2 honorable mentions. First, we have Tough Luck, the Life Trap Master. Initially, Tough Luck is not fast at all, but she does have Warblade Step to dash towards enemies, but it takes a long time. She also has Pounce mode, which appears it does not do anything, but once you enter Pounce mode and jump at the same time, it results in a massive jump that can go pretty fast, or even skip parts of the game. Another honorable mention, it's Freeze Blade, but once again we will be focusing on the bottom half. Freeze actually has some good speed normally, by just smashing his Speedy Skate. To make him go faster, use Speedy Skate and jump right after, then wait a little bit and do it again. You will jump in the air with dashing speed, but it will last until you land, making it a faster movement option, and it's pretty good for platforming. Down to the top 3 fastest glitch Skylanders in the game. All 3 of them are faster than Roller Roll. So number 3, one of my favorite glitch Skylanders I like to play around with. It's Scorp, the Earth Skylander from Swap Force. The only attack that would come to mind for most of you would be his Boulder Roll. And you would be correct. With Scorp you can really abuse jump cancelling. But this time, mash jump and Boulder Roll at the same time, making him roll over and over really fast. The matching timing is sometimes a bit hard, so it will result in a jump sometimes. But once you get the speed, it's almost unmatched, making him the deserved 3rd fastest Skylander in the game. So what's 2nd place? It's Blast Shift, who is used in Skylander Swap for speedruns. You probably know, Shift has a teleport dash. You can't do jump cancelling to perform it over and over, which is fast on its own, but it's not fast enough. Once you combine the teleport jump cancel with Blast his Flame Breath right away, all the forward momentum from the teleport will last way longer, and he will just basically go to the next wall or ledge you are facing. The timing is a bit harder than the other tricks. Also a funny thing, while performing the glitch, Blast's Flame Breath is stuck to him, and once you switch or go to the Skylander stat screen, the Fire Breath will be stuck in the air, and you can spawn as many as you want, landing Blast Shift at a respectable 2nd place. And finally, the fastest Skylander in Trap Team, which most of you probably already knew about. And if not, you can probably guess right. What you might have noticed, Swap Force Skylanders in Trap Team are broken. Mainly the swappers. So at number 1, it's Zone, with the speed glitch named Hyperspeed. Zone is the bottom half of Blast Zone, but the top half on this one does not matter at all. You can do this with any upgrade you want. Even without upgrades it's possible. How to perform the trick is similar to Supercharge and the Freeze Blade trick. There's only one difference. You need an upward slope. To perform it, try to dash and jump almost at the same time, but dash slightly before the jump, and do it twice in a row. And if you get the timing correctly, you will maintain the dash speed infinitely. And he's able to jump while doing it, allowing him to move around during cutscenes like the ones in Phoenix Sanctuary, making hyperspeed the fastest method you can move around in Trap Team as far as we know. And that's the list. Hopefully it was interesting enough. Were you surprised of how broken this game is? Or did you think my list is not correct and I missed a really fast Skylander? Just let me know. Thanks for watching.